So you log on to your favorite social media app, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. And when you get on the app, you see the cats riding the bikes, busting the wheelies. S1000 RR, Ducati V4R. Cats doing 160. Cats doing 170, 180. Cats doing 200. Roll racing, going crazy out there. The audience is loving it. 100,000 views. All the comments, nice bike, dude. Listen to that engine roar. Nice wheelie. Wow, that's the longest wheelie ever. Man, that bike is fast. I want to see the S1000 RR versus the V4R. Oh man, did you see how he was weaving in between those cars? He was going like this in between the cars. You see how fast he passed those two 18-wheelers? Man, this dude rode his bike from California all the way down to Texas, doing 190 the whole way. Hella views, hella love, hella support. YouTube is dropping them right into the algorithm. Hey, check this out. I get on my YouTube page, I can't scroll 2 seconds without seeing some fast-paced, crazy content, man. And the thing is I love to see it. It's so entertaining. But this message right here is to the young dogs. This message right here is to the youth. And I'm bringing this to the youth because I feel like at a certain level, you should already have the maturity and understand the consequences and ramifications for the things that you do. So I'm saying this to the youth because they might not understand. All of the views, all of the love, all of the attention, it comes at a price. It comes at a price. My question is it worth it? First off, before we even get deep into this, I want to explain something. I'm not your dad, I'm not your uncle, I'm not your big cousin, none of that. So I'm not preaching to you like I am that. I'm just sharing experiences of what I've been through with riding these sport bikes and content creation. I want you to think about something. Matter of fact, I want to ask y'all something. How many people out there have received a speeding ticket? How many people out there have been in an accident? Now, I'm not saying a reckless speeding ticket or a reckless accident, just how many people out there, let me know in the comments and let me know some of the consequences that you have dealt with from either speeding, popping wheelies, or just an accident. And the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of times when I was going through things in life and coming up and testing out things, because we like to test stuff, especially as men, we like to test and kind of ride the line. What can we get away with? I was always testing the lines. And one of the biggest things that didn't register to me while I was younger, even right now, is the consequences. Sometimes we don't see the consequences. Sometimes we see this behavior online and we don't understand that it might come with a lot of tickets. It might come with a lot of court time. It might come with some jail time. It might come with some license suspension. It might come with bodily harm. It might come with, the end. These are real consequences that happen when you engage in risky behavior. But I'm sure. So when we talk about consequences and we think about consequences, the problem with a lot of stuff that is posted on YouTube, the problem with a lot of these popular YouTubers that have made their channels off doing risky, illegal, dangerous behavior is that a lot of them don't show the real detailed consequences of some of that behavior that draws the attention. You got to think about it, man. A lot of these guys might get 100K views a video. Some of these guys might have 1 million followers, but a lot of their content is made up off of illegal stuff. Now, this is a personal question or a personal preference to them on if they balance out the illegal stuff with the attention and maybe the monetary gain that comes from it. But what they don't show is the real legal consequences. I don't think there's any YouTube channel out there that shows somebody going to court every day, that shows somebody paying a whole bunch of money for a lawyer, that shows somebody getting into disagreements with their family and stuff like that, with their loved ones, with their wife. Their wife's sitting there tired of this stuff, but you addicted to the views and you think it's cool and funny. While every time you go out on that bike, she's praying and stuff like that. They don't show that, the arguments, the breakups, the stuff behind the scenes that comes with a lot of this stuff. These are the consequences. You got to think about it. Nobody wants to see that stuff. They don't want to see the negative stuff. They just want to see you crash out. And this is to my young brothers out there. They want to see you get this bike and crash out, literally and figuratively. But they just want to see you crash out, man. Do all the stuff that I don't want to do because, hey, I got a job. Hey, I got kids, this, that, and the third. You got to think about it, man. These people aren't showing you the consequences. There's real consequences to riding reckless, and especially riding reckless and putting that stuff online. Now, this portion right here isn't strictly for the young dogs. This is to some of the people, some of my peers, middle age, maybe older or something like that. The thing is when we put these motorcycle helmets on, it's something about it that's like wearing a mask. It's like you put on a different personality. You forget who you are. You forget your responsibilities. You forget your obligations because of the views, because of the attention, because of the pressure to put that crazy stuff that people want to see. They want to see action-packed drama, all kind of crazy stuff. I'm making this video not to preach to you and tell you stop doing this stuff. Nah, we got to. It's that itch in us. We speed demons. We got to get out there and do this stuff. But I'm telling this to you so you can think about some of the consequences and think about some of the people that you affect or that will be affected if something happens to go wrong. Now, out of all of the people that are out there on the motorcycles, the ones who ride reckless, the ones who like to do stunts and stuff like that, these are the ones that have the higher risk of being injured. So if you're one of those riders, you just upped your chances of being injured or something happened to you by a decent amount, right? Here's the thing. A lot of these guys got families, kids, right? Wife, fathers, moms, sisters, jobs, nephews, peers, people that really love them. When you put that helmet on and you speeding down that road, I'm making this video so you think about it, man. Because of course, this is what looks cool online. When you put on that helmet and you get the popping the wheelies and going crazy, I want you to just think about it. Because the views, they aren't your family. They aren't your people that care about you. It's not your job. Some of these people got real good jobs. It's not your homies that, you know, secretly thinking about you, man. This dude is crazy, this, that, and the third. I know people think about me because I ride crazy sometimes, so I'm really talking to myself too. But think about the people that will be affected. Don't let the fans and the comments and all that crazy stuff, because a lot of these people with little kids that's commenting, yeah, dude, do a longer wheelie and all this other stuff. Don't let them trick you out of your responsibilities. Don't let them trick you out of life. The comments and the pressure and the love from this online stuff can put you in the trick bag. To all my people my age, to the people older, to the people who should already know, don't let this stuff influence you, man. There's real consequences. All right, so when we talk about the consequences, I want you to think about some things, man. Speeding, you get tickets. There's a lot of people out there that got their license taken away, right? Now you can't drive. Think about what you do or what you need your car for, right? So that happens to you. You get a speeding ticket, you get your license taken away, and you can't drive, all right? Now, let's say something even worse than that happens. You get a bad speeding ticket. Let's say you try to run from the cops or something like that. You get a felony. Now you can't drive. Now you got a felony. Now there's a whole list of things that you can't do because you got this attached to your name. You got this attached to your record, right? And all of this is from speeding and creating content, or not even creating content. It might just be from speeding, but the content creation is the battery that gets placed into the back. But there's also hope. Let's say you don't end up going to jail, you don't get a felony, you get a speeding ticket, which is, it's just a speeding ticket, I'll go ahead and pay that speeding ticket. Now you get an insurance increase. Now you got speeding on your insurance. So every time you get insurance, your insurance quotes go up. So you're paying more money. So it's not just the $200, $300 speeding ticket, it's the $200, $300 speeding ticket plus the constant increase in insurance. Let's say that you're a truck driver, or let's say that you transport stuff or do something where you need your license. Now you got this on your license, and a lot of times when you get speeding tickets or something like that, let me know, my truck drivers out there or my people who are in the line of logistics, let me know, man. But to my knowledge, certain speeding tickets and certain traffic violations can get your CDLs taken away. So now you can't provide for your family. And this is all from going fast on a motorcycle? This is all for some views, some popularity online? We've seen a lot of it. We've heard a lot of people's stories. You go to your local bike night or something like that, and you can hear people talking about it all the time. Or just look it up. There's a lot of people out there who might be in law enforcement, who might be in the military, who might do something that deals with the government. And they don't really find out the consequences of speeding or doing crazy stuff on the bike and posting it online until the consequences hit. So that could mean loss of job or anything like that. Basically, there's a lot of ramifications for speeding or doing wheelies or doing stunts or all of that stuff that people want to see on YouTube, TikTok, and all of these platforms. The biggest consequence is death. We know a lot of people out there. Out of all of the popular YouTube channels out there, man and woman, I would say, I'm talking strictly popular YouTube channels, probably about 20% of those channels have ended up with somebody dying or have ended up with somebody doing serious jail time or some crazy consequences. The only thing we hear about is the death. The death is the final chapter of doing all of this stuff. You gotta ask yourself, after all of that we just explained, is it worth it? When I think about it, I think one of the things that's not talked about and one of the things that's not addressed is that everybody's situation is not the same. Meaning there's some cats out there that can go speed, get tickets, crash the bike up, do all kind of crazy stuff. They can either get the bike fixed for very cheap, or they either got a lot of money to get the bike fixed, or they got a lot of money or connections to get out of legal situations and troubles and stuff like that. So they might not go through the same consequences that you might go through. There's also different situations to where you might find two different people in the legal situation. This person right here gets a slap on the wrist, and this person right here gets thrown up under the jail and hit with all of the fines, and they both did the same crime. These type of things happen. We can sit and debate on all the different variables, on why it's this or why it's like that. That's just a waste of time, because at the end of the day, these type of things happen. So what may happen to somebody else or what may work for somebody else may not work for you. Look, man, I know what you're thinking. We done watched a couple of your videos, Six. You be out there speeding, you be wilding out sometime. A lot of people that done seen me, a lot of people that have ridden with me, they know. If you know, you know. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite, but I'm just giving you something to think about. I'm not telling you not to go fast. I'm not telling you not to have fun. I'm just telling you to think. The thing is we got all of these channels out here, popular channels. They telling you what mods to get. They telling you what bikes to get. They telling you how to get the max power out of your bike. They teaching you how to do wheelies. They showing you how to weave in and out of cars. They teach you how to pick up the girls on the bike. They teaching you how to race, how to tuck in, race, and they teaching you how to get your bike to go 200 miles per hour. They teaching you how to set the cameras up and all of this stuff and record all the illegal activities. These channels are teaching y'all that. They're giving y'all insider information on all of this stuff. But nobody is telling you to think. There are no videos out there that's telling y'all to think. To my young dogs, 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds. I run into a lot of you cats out here in the street. Nobody is telling you guys to think, because listen, life doesn't end when you're 25. Life doesn't end when you're 30. You gotta get employment when you're 35. You gotta get employment when you're 45. You gotta have connections. You gotta have clean records. You wanna be able to carry firearms and all that type of stuff. So you don't want a messed up record off of driving reckless. Don't ride reckless and mess up your record or mess up your life. It affects other people. There's big consequences to riding big bikes with big CCs, big ballin', baby. Think about these things when you hop on this bike. Think about these things when you turn that camera on, when you want them comments, when you want the love, that online love from a whole bunch of people who really don't love you. Because when you mess up and your body split in 20 different pieces, they gonna move on to their next favorite YouTuber. When you out there and you get locked up or you go to court and this, that, and the third, try to pop a GoFundMe up if you want to. But you and your family gonna end up paying them legal fees. Family, think about these things. Like I said, man, it's your boy Six. We creating smarter riders, baby. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. If y'all know any situations out there like that, go holler at your homies, man. Let them know. Think about that. When you dropping knowledge on how to get the best power out the bike, when you dropping knowledge on how to hit the wheelies, tap them on the low like, hey, this could get you in some trouble. It's the same thing when you're teaching somebody about how to use a weapon. Hey, come here. You know this weapon is dangerous. Use it responsibly. It's your boy Six, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me like always. It's hot like always. Coming the end of the summer, baby. I'm gone. Peace.